A bit belated Happy New Year to all our Aztec fans, and we are making a New Year's resolution to continue to play hard and hopefully play with the end result being what it's been. So we're excited about what we've done, but that means nothing now, and we're ready to get started in league play. Everybody knows our first trip is to TCU, followed by Utah. Most people don't know that TCU's 7-1 at home. Their average margin of victory has been about 20 points a game. They beat a good U.S. team in their building badly. I think they might have won at Texas Tech, or I know they beat Texas Tech. So this is a good team we're playing. Tuffy Moss did not play the last game with the residual of a concussion he got at the end of the Tulsa game. Impacted both games. He's their best player. I'm sure he will play on Wednesday. So we're ready to get started. This league is very, very good, as is every league, and we are anxiously awaiting to see how we'll perform on our first road trip. We're not going to come home after TCU. We're going to go right from there to Salt Lake City to prepare for Utah on Saturday. So we are looking forward to the start of a conference season that should prove to be really, really good, high-level basketball in a lot of buildings. Anything that I can answer now, question-wise?
Steve, does it matter to you one way or the other that you're playing 4 the first 6 on the road? Is that a good thing that you're getting the road games out of the way, or does that not make a difference?
You wind up playing 8 at home and 8 on the road. If we win, I'll be glad we played the schedule we did. If we lose, I'll be carping about I wish we hadn't played quite so many early road games. But it's with the schedule we've got, so we will be prepared to play. People don't understand how hard it is to play on the road. If I'm TCU, I've got the trophy from the Rose Bowl and bring about half the football fans into to their building for our game and present officially the Rose Bowl trophy to them, to have an atmosphere that would be indicative of what a championship feeling is like. And we've gone there and we've had a hard time. We've had a hard time when we've gone in that building. We've won, not all the time, but even in the games we won, overtime, down to the wire. So this is a good team we're playing. I think Jim Christians thinks this is the best team he's had since he's been there. So we're ready to go.
Do you know that they're going to present that trophy, or you're just saying if you were there, this is what I would do?
No, I have no idea what they're doing with it. They may have already taken it out to the Big East to get ready for going to the Big East. Who knows? So, I know one thing. If I'm a football player, I'd have a hard time saying we're really happy to be 13-0 and get to watch 2 teams that one of them's going to be undefeated and me not be able to say I'm national champion. So I will say this: TCU for sure should be national co-champs, for sure. And if they could schedule something in between NFL playoffs and the Super Bowl, where they're going to play the Super Bowl, I think it'd be a pretty good game with TCU and the winner of the other game. That got it?
Coach, I had a conversation with James Rayhan a little bit earlier about his role on this team. Can you just, in brief, tell me what role he plays for you?
Whatever Rayhan said is accurate. So I hope he said that his job is multifaceted. He's not just a shooter and a scorer. He does a bit of everything. James has improved his defense immeasurably. He has always been a scorer. If you go back and look at some of the games where he's come in and hit a 3, consecutive 3s or back-to-back 3s to break games open, more than one. So he's been a wonderful addition to our team, and we're fortunate to have him. And I know that he will get better as our conference season goes on also.
Coach, you said people don't understand how hard it is to play on the road. I don't think a team has ever gone undefeated in your conference, and I think even in good years, teams lose. The champion loses at least 2 and sometimes 3 on the road. Can you compare it to your days in the Big Ten, and how much is this a tougher league to play in because of all the logistics and the elevation and the distances?
I think everybody now starting league play, they say, we all say the same thing, and I think it's accurate. The league you're in is the toughest league in America because it's the league you're in. And every road game is doubly difficult. It's not just in our league. But speaking of our league, very few leagues have the logistic problems with how they're going to get there when they go on the road that we do. And that impacts how you play. No matter what you say, and I never ever talk about altitude or we're going to drive to Denver and bus 2 hours and hopefully the pass will be open to get to Laramie and all of that. You don't dwell on that, but that's a fact of life. Is what you have to deal with in our league. But that's everywhere. That is everywhere. I do know that the crowds we're going to see in most buildings on the road will rival any in the country. As good as or better than any in the country. And I think records at home are indicative of why that happens. I know TCU 7-1 at home, only lost a close loss against Northern Iowa. I know that Utah has only lost 1 game. I know New Mexico has not lost a home game. So it's hard. It's hard to go on the road and win. And that's the job. And if you want to win the league, you have to go on the road and win.